He about to say the word. He about to say the gamer word. Look at him. He about to say it. You're one of those. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean.
Light fiber override.
September 8th, 11:43 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. Amnesia? I can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. It ain't really nothing to me. Michael Jordan with the flu game. You know what I'm saying? I may be down, but I ain't out for the count. That's what I do. Why didn't you tell me, sir? I'm sorry, I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really strong shot to your system. You gonna tase me? Come on, lower your head a little. A Mackie kick should be— Nah, fuck no. The fact the real culprit would ever risk going on the stand is the most unbelievable thing about the series. Yeah. No true Ace Attorney case is completed without finding the culprit. There's no upside in my opinion. Yeah, I guess he's trying to press the issue to make sure that that person gets convicted, because once they get convicted, I don't know how the laws are within this game to where you could— I mean, it wouldn't be double jeopardy though, because he's not being tried for this at all. So, but I guess it would just be easier to like throw it away. But you're right. In this situation, this person shouldn't even talk, because we don't even know. From what we understand, there's no other witnesses that could really tie her to this. So you should just leave it alone. Maybe he has a grudge against her though. Who knows? He obviously had beef with old boy. Maybe he likes her. Maybe oh no, because then he would have still— I mean, but we got the yonder rays. Could be like old boy from Oshinoko. Yeah, could be like that Oshinoko nigga. Matter of fact, that's kind of funny. The Oshinoko nigga pushed the old buddy off the cliff and killed him, and then this guy gets pushed off the cliff. So you better watch your stomach, bird. No. I think I'll pass on this one. Come on. I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. Yeah, Ellie would love this character. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. I know Ellie would just be like, effort! Keep trying! Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Of course! I'd be honored to! Well, I guess we'll start with my name, and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So my name is Phoenix, right? What a weird name. This is serious. You don't really remember? I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back and maybe it'll help. This is a business card? I got it from you. It's my most prized possession. You know what I'm saying? I got fans out here. Finally, someone appreciating the talent. Real, recognize real. Bird, you good people. I don't care what they say about you in the chat. You good with me. We birds of a feather in this mug. You know what I'm saying? About time somebody see you. They born the greatest shit on earth. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? She's one of my favorite clients. Does she pay? Okay, there's some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. Phoenix's business card added to the court record. It's my business card. I hand wrote my cell phone number on the back. I guess for now we should stop talking about me and start talking about this case. Let me look at it. This case? Yep. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with that cell phone, but... Cell phone? Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir. Hurry up then and tell me. This might be very important. Okay, Roger. Alright. I was talking about my annoying ringtone. It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. On the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. When did he die exactly? 6:28. Okay. I picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. And she wearing a, what was that thing called? The blue badger thing? That terrifying, that terrifying mascot.
Return the slab or suffer my curse.
Strong chin head ass boy. Okay. All of a sudden the phone began to ring. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Okay. Been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. So that's how he got her name. See. So he heard her name but didn't know how to spell it. She looking good in that hoodie. Midnight, calm down. Calm. Stay calm, my friend, as Choco would say. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. They was lurking in the shadows. So where's the phone you found now? I gave it to you yesterday. Huh? To me? Is it that phone in my pocket? You mean this? Do you think it has anything to do with the murder? I don't really know, but my eyes lit up. Ah! You were here all along! It's the GOAT! It's the GOAT! Maya off the time skip. This is what we live for. Now we back. I'm up. Okay, I'm up. You got me. You're so mean. I called you 1,000,000 times, but you wouldn't pick up. When I went to check in the courtroom, everyone had already left. Now who in the heck is this? The GOAT. I'm trying to tell you, Phoenix. Let me guess. I'm supposed to know this girl too? Hey, good morning, Maggie. And good morning to you too, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Oh? And what if I said that everything will be fine? You know what I'm saying? Faye. The phase. Should have been Emma. Cap again? Cap again? That's right, it's Maya to the rescue with the ultra decisive super important evidence. Here you are, Nick, the thing you wanted me to bring. Huh? Oh, thanks. What the heck is this? A list? It has about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. It's kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. It looks like these guys are up to no good. No good, as in... There's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group. Unfamiliar names or phone numbers, members of a con artist group. So I guess they're leaving these phones for I guess they're leaving these phones for people to find, but doing what to them exactly? Blackmailing them, or what's going on? Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Don't look at me. And where did you get this list from in the first place? Where did you get this list from in the first place? What? You don't remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday. Oh, is that right? These numbers were in a memory of the phone Maggie found. So that's where they're from. You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you. Hey, chill out, show some respect. Ain't you like 5 years younger than me? They don't even list me right here. I think she's like 5 years younger than me. I'm not that damn old. Maya, actually, Mr. Wright is... Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately. Oh, oops. Guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later. Wish us luck. I guess I have all the pieces now, more or less. All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not going to lose this. I can't. Come on, Nick. Better get a move on. Yeah. Okay. September 8th, 11:54 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court will now reconvene. Please stand. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words. What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I asked that the court might be a little lenient on. There's no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls its next witness. A drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. You the nigga who hit me on top of the head and turned me into Big Mom. Ooh. Please state your name for the court, witness. Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. Huh? Oh, alright, go ahead. Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk. Did I? But I will not stand for that. You have tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Sure, I suppose calling me a... Okay. Damn, let me read the bitch. I gotta read what he said because they was... Sure, I suppose calling me a university student would not be the absolute truth. But to give in and just settle would be as evil as death. But to give in and just settle. I can't have that. Everything in my life is to be the utmost, highest, top grade quality, you understand? I'm really looking for the perfect, top-notch, unbeatable university, don't you see? I have a rigorous selection process that was in the serious thought during my walk as... Okay, cool. Hello. I was at a guitar center and now I'm waiting on a trolley. What's up? What's good, Ellie? You missed the character that I feel that you would really like. She's your type of character, high effort, a little naive. She does the whole salute thing a lot. Her name is Maggie Bird. Her name is Maggie Bird. Her name is Maggie Bird, and she has a feather in her cap and feathers on her shirt. Like, this is a character I feel that was made specifically for you. So I think you are assuming my taste, and I think I'm right. I'm assuming I'm right. Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I will be more careful from now on. What is he, a human chatterbox? Ugh, I have to question him? Just to catch you up on what's going on right now. I can't catch you up to everything. Also being a story point. This is the guy that hit me on top of the head. Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course university. First rate only need apply. Glasses? But you aren't wearing glasses. That's enough. You're a name witness. Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down. I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. I could see fold into Edgeworth. I can see fold into Karma. People that seem to have like this aura about them that screams influence and authority. I could see fold into Gant. You're folding to Preppy Boy? He looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's character. Why are you folding to him? This is sad, bruh. No integrity, no honor, no pride. Oh, man. I forgive you. Alright, I suppose I can tell you my name. I am Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso, with a PhD in drifting, as it were. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit. Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were taking a stroll through the park, correct? It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But I remind you that I am in no way a prepubescent boy out on a walk with Mummy. Anyway, please testify to the court what you saw during your walk through the park. See, you said it again. Taking a walk. You know you. What you witness will do, Mr. Wellington. Oh man, I could tell he gonna annoy me. Go ahead, talk your shit. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time at all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. Okay. Without a thought, I looked up and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. I knew it! Everybody, okay. Listen, nothing against Bird, but like, God, she got like 3 simps. She has 3 simps. That's kind of crazy. All right, Bird, I see you. I'm not gonna hate. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of a pretty the pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. He called it a banana. He called it a banana. I see why though. The banana. That was certainly a decisive testimony. Decisive? Nick, did you hear what he just said? It's crazy Maggie not even top 3 bays in the series. Any more than that and she could have make it living on OnlyFans. Dick was on her dick, her metaphorical dick. This guy is, and then she had a boyfriend apparently. They treating her like she Angel Star. Yeah. That's all you had to say? Oh, who that? That's all you had to say? How can you be so calm? It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I'm that nigga. I believe in my client. You mean Maggie? Yes, and if she really is innocent, that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying! You may now question the defendant, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth, no matter how well you craft your lies. Alright, I'm pressing the hell out you. Shut up. So you were at the park all afternoon? You seem to have a lot of free time. That was very rude of you, but then again, what can I expect? That's what you get from a man who graduated from a no-name trashy university. Ain't no way I'm getting roasted by... ain't no way. Hold on, how old is this nigga, bro? Hell nah, bro. Hell nah. You didn't even graduate. No name, trashy. Now, this might be hard for a mush-headed, feeble-minded baboon like you, but I have to think very carefully about the future of our great country. He's racist as hell. He's racist. I've made my decision. The jury is in. They said he's a proud boy. Yeah, man. I already know about you. I can tell. He's not a fan of the black people. We will assume and probably be right. But I thought you said you were thinking about which college to go to just now. Oh, police. The blacks. Which university I go to will directly affect the very future of this country. So do you even go to college, bro? It just looks like you put on a suit and you act all high and mighty. He's just a cosplayer. Remember, they don't say people. Oh yeah. No, but that's why I put the no, that Kurt Angle video is hilarious.
Truth be told, I'm not a very big fan of the black people.
They were airing that to kids. Kids were watching this. WWE was crazy. That arrogant little snot. Pressing. WWE is pretty bad sometimes, as Ben showed me. Yeah. How did you know what time it was? I see you're not wearing a watch, so. Is that the best you can do? Do you think you can discredit me like that? You're just a third-rate biased fool. I guess I can't expect real smarts from you. His arrogance is really intolerable, so what should I do now? I'm personal. What you mean? Talk to me. Answer the question. How did you know what time it was? I can't believe I had to deal with a worm like you. You're just a shallow man who can only slam on desk and point at people for fun. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll try to explain it so even a third-rate simpleton like you can understand. There was this little thing they call a clock at the park. Did you get that? Do you know what a clock is? It's a thing that tells you the time. As you can see, Mr. Wright, it's even in a picture of the crime scene. Oh, so it is. I looked at the clock and that's how I knew the time. But if you ask me, this whole Just to let y'all know, whenever those scenes come on, it doesn't automatically, so I don't press anything. That's why I just look at the screen. I just wait for it to end, because I'm not meant to really read it. And yet again, another flood of meaningless words. Talk about a first class waste of time. In any case, police officer falls from above right in front of my eyes. And how did you know he was a police officer? That was a stupid question. You obviously have no idea how powerful my deductive reasoning skills are. He was wearing a fucking police hat. What are we talking about? I don't even know why I asked this question. With one glance, I could tell just what kind of occupation he held. That shoddy do-it-yourself hairstyle. Oh, and I suppose it was also because he was wearing an officer's uniform. Shouldn't that statement have come first? Wow, that's pretty impressive. No, it's not, Maya. Maya! Did you get dumber in a time skip? Hey, Nick, do you think he's figured out what I do? Even I haven't figured that out yet. I thought I looked up and I met this charming young lady. Are you sure you got a good look at her face? Animals have this thing called an eye, Mr. Wright. They use this eye to see things. In the case of humans, we have two of them. Yes, even you. I don't care if I have them or not. Did you or did you not get a clear look at her face? That's what the witness was just about to get to. So have him say that. I would like to request that Mr. Wright not use such a loud voice during questioning. Substain. Mr. Wright, please refrain from raising your voice in this court. Whatever. And please don't make me have to raise my voice. Are you finished? I'd like to continue if that's all right with you. Of course, I remember a sweet face was that blah blah blah. Okay. So you're sure you are not mistaken? Please, don't confuse your pitiful train wreck of a life with mine. I'm what you call a famous brand name product, while you are only a cheap imitation. Hold on now, the Walmart brands be hitting though. The Walmart brands be low-key hitting. It be certain things that I don't even need the name brand for. Like cereal, I need the name brand for, cause them generics don't be hitting unless it's like Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops are fine generic. What's the best generic foods y'all be getting? Generic Oreos be hit or miss. Sometimes they be perfectly fine, sometimes they be terrible. Generic gummy bears or like anything like that, usually fine. Like those sour candies, those are usually fine. Syrup is cool too. I never needed like Aunt Jemima syrup or anything like that. Generic chip, yeah. Generic chips usually be kind of, if they're like the plain Lay's chips, just the salted Lay's chips, they're usually fine. But like you said, they're hit or miss as well. Anytime they try to mimic Cheetos, it usually never goes well. Unless it's like the cheese puffs, those are usually fine. Generic frozen pizza be hitting. It depends. Publix, I agree. Certain Walmart brands don't. Publix pizza, that should be hitting. They put so many pepperonis on that pizza. Oh man. There's no way someone as magnificent as myself could have made a mistake. Of course, of course. Oh, ho ho ho, of course. Did you not notice anything else of interest, witness? You don't want cheapos? The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. The banana? Well, it was actually more than just once, more like a bunch of bananas. And what would a bunch of bananas be doing there? And why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw. That's really strange. Mikey never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. That's it, Nick. He's got to be lying about the bananas. He could be, but no, he saw what it was, but he didn't get a good look. He didn't get a good look. There's no reason for him to lie about there being bananas at the crime scene. And what if it's not a lie? Well, maybe he just thought he was seeing one thing and it was something else. If he mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, then that would be an inaccuracy. Think, Phoenix, think. My client is innocent. There's no way he could have seen what he says he did. Which means if we could somehow show he's lying. Yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. She's right. She's got a sharp mind, but I just wish I could remember who she is. Is everything okay, Nick? Alright. Bananas. Shut the fuck up. Ain't no bananas, boy. Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the bananas you saw right here. Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? Bro, you still think it's bananas? but don't think you could use this as a way to pull more information out of me. And that's where you be wrong.
Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
Is that the baseball glove?
Oh yeah, there you go. Huh? What? A baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? I'm so corny. I'm so corny. That's not. It's no. Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness, he has bad eyesight. He has to, because he also said something about, yeah. Oh, well, I mean, that's the only viable option, because these other two options are bad. Yeah, you can't see, boy. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? So he's thinking she's fine the whole time. Wait, so does he think she's fine without his glasses or with them? Because what if he puts on his glasses, he's just like, oh shit. Huh? How? What? Why are you asking me about this all of a sudden?
Your Honor, it is a very simple it is very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas.
No, I don't think so. Objection overruled.
He about to say the word. He about to say the gamer word. Look at him. He about to say it. You. Gloves equals bananas. Yeah. They taught you that in school, right? You're one of those. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. I told you this nigga's racist, bro. I didn't even read that part. He's racist, bro. You're one of those people. And then he said the last part because he knew I was going to say, what do you mean by that? And he said, nah, you know what I mean. Okay. He's racist. What the fuck? Man, I'm about to pull out his freezer card. Get him out of here. What did he say? And that is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is. 20/200. That is god awful. Jesus Christ. Yes, that's awful, bro.
Why are you not wearing your glasses today, then?
That's because I lost them recently, you see. So those were your glasses. It goes with your outfit. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But, you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them... How about when you witnessed a crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? Oh my god. How about it, witness? You are unrelenting evil man. You're like those people who... Oh. Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at that time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness. I fucked up the whole thing, Phoenix. I'm sorry. But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path.
Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake.
Yes, Your Honor. Robert E. Wellington. Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime. I do need to get my driver's license picture updated. In my driver's license picture, I still have my flat top. I got that picture taken when I was 18, so it's almost been a decade. Like, dead ass. That bitch looked like a mugshot.
The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called a police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 when I made the call. They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So, the person who was on the upper path saw you and they ran away?
Yes, that is correct.
Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that. That girl is the murderer.
Ah, okay. All right, let's get to it. She ran away just like that?
Yes, she did. She saw me and flew the nest like the guilty bird she is.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone who only got a third-rate education?
I'll wait until you're done streaming. Bird pun, so funny. Anyway, she ran away the instant she saw you. How could you tell it was my client?
The witness has already answered that question.
That read-through coming, brother, don't worry.
He has stated the defendant is a culprit.
This is true. Mr. Wright, I'm striking your question from the...
How can I get more information out of him? Okay, he called the police station to report the crime. Immediately, as in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen. Or did they not teach that at your pitiful school? Has the judge turned fully evil yet, or are we still waiting? He's not fully evil, I guess, but to me, he's the scum of the earth. You think people learn about how to call the police in college? Hey, Nick, I think you should take a look at the court record for a sec. Okay. She wants me to take... What's up? Why? Oh, because of the time of death. It must have been 6:45 when we made that call. Okay. Why was that at 6:45? How do you know what time it was?
That detective told me. You know which one I mean. The one with the jacket that makes him look like a dropout from a no-name high school.
Hey, pal, I graduated from a pretty good, top-ranked college.
I don't believe this.
It doesn't matter. I don't believe I was mistaken on what time I called. And if I am wrong, then that detective obviously doesn't know how to tell time.
What are you? You're just some lousy kid who...
I think the court can see your point. Anyway, how did the police respond?
They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So you're saying that the police were on scene by 7 p.m.?
They got there before that, I think. There usually aren't many people in that area at that time of day. But suddenly, before I knew it, there were people crawling all over, gawking. It certainly says something about the morals of the people in this country.
Can't find anything out of the ordinary in this testimony.
Why don't you take one look at the court record?
Yeah, I guess I should. So yeah, time of death. He said he called a minute afterwards. Yeah. So autopsy report. I don't know if I should get this one or this one, though. I think Maya stopped me here. So I think yeah, let's go with this. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m.
So, what of it?
You say you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There's clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap. Game of word about to roll off his tongue. About to roll off his tongue like Dr. J. Ooh. Finger roll that bit.
The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed.
15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. Mr. Wellington.
Yes?
Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? Answer the question.
Telephone her. I mean...
Spit it out.
I was searching for a phone booth.
A phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone? You're a broke nigga? Yeah.
You and your questions, as if you're trying to open all the layers of
Yoshka doll? You think you're really something special? Witness! I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? You lost it. Okay, so that was your cell phone. Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone? You must be a very scatterbrain when it comes to your belongings.
What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you ever heard...
oh my god. He not going band to band with anyone anytime soon. He may go band to band with Dick. You know he broke too. Enough. Oh man, oh man. Wait, hold on a second. He lost his cell phone? And this beat, hold on man. Turn that bitch up again. Yeah. Yeah. Metro Boomin wants some more, nigga. With your relative, slap that fuck boy. Dick Gumshoe, slap that fuck boy. Winston Payne, slap that fuck boy. Fuck the judge and fuck all his boys. Yeah. I'm telling you, bro, they need to make a Ace Attorney type beat. You know what I'm saying? Throw the 808s on that mug. Put the hi-hats on that bitch. Hit it. I'm telling you. Producers, somebody. YouTube producers. Make it happen. Just imagine what Zaytoven could have done with this in 2015. Alright, so we got your cell phone. You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way. Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Question further. Mr. Wellington, where's your cell phone right now?
What are you getting all excited about? You seem a little confused. I found my phone, I'll have you know. See, here it is.
Oh, I see. Okay, so he got his phone. And I thought that just maybe that was... I mean, could this be a burner though? Why does Maya look like that?
Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by his search for a phone booth.
Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that.
Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright?
Nah, bro, there's something fishy about this shit. This shit stinks.
Nah, bro, I got something to say. Your Honor, the witness's testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone.
How dare you? You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you?
Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. Let me make sure there's nothing on the photos. Oh shit, I didn't notice the phone booth was right there. Oh shit, I almost sold. I'm glad I looked at the evidence. I didn't know the phone booth was right there. Oh, almost sold. Whew. I almost sold. I was ready to sell that mug. Alright, then let's have this proof then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth. Bitch ass boy. Oh shit. Ooh, almost hit the wrong photo. This one, right? Okay. Yeah. Got you. Bitch. It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. That's a crime scene photo?
Is there a problem with it?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you! No! Is a phone booth. That is correct. Hold on. Remix! All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Order, order.
What does reporting a crime a little? Late proof for the defense.
That he lied? He said immediately. The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, that is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness?
I bet his phone really is his, Nick.
Probably, maybe.
He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back.
I don't know. I don't know if he would have did that just to get a phone back. But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there was no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still had the phone she found anyway.
But if he wasn't looking for his cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else. Was he?
Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes? Not really. Let me say it right here. Not really, bro. I can't lie to you. I can say he was staging the scene, but I don't know for sure if that was him. I don't have no idea. I can't. Do something about it. I don't know. I'm afraid it's too early to say anything for sure at this time. I see. Mr. Payne? Will we be hearing further testimony from the prosecution?
No, Your Honor. That is all.
Oh, crud. This witness has said that he saw the defendant commit the crime at the crime scene. While it is true that the witness was not wearing his glasses at the time, the court feels that since he was near the culprit, positive identification is possible. Which means the guilty of the...
We're listening to the testimony of a blind fuck who just lied. He just lied. He lied. And the judge goes, yes, this is reliable information. Remember, all of this hinges on his testimony because the evidence there doesn't even fall in line with her being a culprit. All this evidence, these glasses, we threw that out quickly. What was the other thing? The name, not even spelled right. Not even the hand he writes with. And then the only thing that ties her to the murder is a witness who's blind. Itachi and Shippuden eyes. And he's a liar. What? Nick, you have to do something before it's too late. I hereby... Wait. As to the action of Mr. Wellington during the 15-minute gap, the defense would like to propose an explanation. I thought the defense had just finished proving that this couldn't be explained. No, there's one possibility. Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. This nigga. It doesn't end. New game, same judge, bro. This is some bullshit, bro. I can't believe this, man. Bro. Hold on, man. This is crazy. He does it every time, and we do nothing about it. We do nothing about it. Yes, Your Honor. I probably shouldn't have said that there was only one possibility. Please present to the court the one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? Yeah, I didn't think so. That seemed... okay, I'll take that. They didn't... why didn't the witness call the police right away? I'm thinking that they staged it? Do I use the photo for that? To explain that? Oh! Let's try that. Let's try that. Yeah, okay. He was looking for his glasses. Makes sense. What? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Where did you find? Gah! I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? Order! Now, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and search frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that is why he took him 15 minutes to make that call. Okay, so we are saying that he did it. Mr. Wright, are you indicting the witness as the real murderer? Of course. That is precisely what I'm doing. Ooh. Ah! I know I'm right. He is the real murderer.
Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out his cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now's our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah. This is so exciting. Watch you work again. Somehow my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order, order. Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid grounds to stand on, he accuses the witness of being a murderer. Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer. Why, that's easy. For example, there's the name the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right? But we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie, and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But, wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would that person know her name was Maggie or Maggie? That is a good point, because did we already reveal that evidence that they talked on the phone? No, we didn't yet. The witness didn't even know of Mrs. Bird before this trial. I forgot. Was there any way this creep would have known Maggie's name beforehand? It would be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie. Now, would the defense please present this case? How would the witness have known the defendant's name? Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? The judge, didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why, the hell did you? Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with. Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? I'm going to the truth. Do you really think there's a relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Yeah. I might need to get that ringtone. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can get this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry I didn't catch your name. You could call me Maggie. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is Maggie, but the name that was written down on the ground was Maggie. That is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded. Order, order. But, Your Honor, the witness had no motive. And your point is? It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive.
Mr. Wright, Your Honor, can you explain what motive this witness could have had? You don't need to explain a motive in a trial. It helps, but you don't need to. There are psychopaths out there. There are sociopaths out there. We don't have to explain the motive. It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but... Now then, please present to this court proof that the witness had a motive. Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone that the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. The KKK. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist's group. What? Con art? No, K. Yeah. Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrage and an invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers of a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. What? You're one of those people. You're just like the cops that raided the brilliant. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about. You think any of you, know what it's like to be a refined man such as me? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Okay. Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Why don't you ask that nigga? Isn't that obvious? The witness is looking into the group, a victim of the group, a member of that group. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. No! All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill. No, this is too much. That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain? I got you now. That police officer. Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Payne? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. You just said that. Shut your stupid ass up and get cooked like your father used to. Easy word, man. Retire. You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago. Please, let's think about the context of that phone call. You're that desperate to get a W over me that you will protect somebody who's obviously suspicious, bro? Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for I already read all this. The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Mr. Bird to get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone? That is a valid point. What does the defense think about this? That's not really even a valid point because they already had the information. If you think about it logically, then it makes sense. And then you got to think about it like, okay, just because you explained that logically, that doesn't mean he was thinking about it like that. Then maybe we should be thinking outside the box. Yeah, if we think like that, let's see. Maybe that slime ball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder. Jealousy. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well,
I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant? I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Well then, Mr. Wright, what was this something that didn't agree with the witness? What was this something that didn't agree? What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? You mean Destin Prince? Destin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh. The girl that picked up the phone is with a policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. Ah, that makes sense. Makes sense. If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they had already run a check on his phone. And he went into a panic, is what you're saying. Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I'm thinking. It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are... Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean? Evidence! Evidence! That guy is really creeping me out. All you've been waving around and talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number this, suspicious con group that. They're all on that phone. Very obvious. Very obvious. But who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours? I already told you earlier. That phone I lost, I've already found it. You don't even have the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. But you could be assured it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? It feels good to see you squirm. Well, we do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it is meaningless as evidence. Your Honor! This is bad. I can't let them turn the tables on me like this. His cell phone. There has to be something I overlooked. There's got to be. Maybe. This phone has the names and numbers of those in the con group in its memory. I could show them to you, Your Honor. I don't believe this. What are you talking about? What we are trying to determine is who that phone belongs to. Who cares about what phone numbers are stored on it? Besides, who knows? Maybe you went and added some of those numbers in yourself. The witness is quite right. I'm afraid I have to reject the defense's proposal. What? Okay. I got it. We should check it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on his phone. Nick, don't you remember? When you got that from Maggie, you wiped it off. What? You said there was sand all over it, so... Wiped it? I wiped it? Pretty thoroughly, too. What? It's so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons amongst themselves. He's made a complete recovery. I don't care. What's good? I don't care. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see. Oh, and incidentally, You can't check the numbers stored on his phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You got to be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence? Mr. Wellington. What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh, you are too much. And of course you have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my. Now I remember. Huh? Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. I really got snuck by that man. I'm getting my memory. So that's when. What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's going to get off scot-free. I know this phone has to be his, but how am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. It looks like you came up a penny short. Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who am I? Or who I am? The court hereby concludes the cross-examination. If that will be all, I have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at that ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town. What's the name of the restaurant? What cuisine do they serve? Fake-ass rich nigga. You know he get his thing. You got the bubblegum chains. Bubblegum machine chains. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. You dick-eating bastard. Bon appetit. Stop. Look at his ass. Mickey ass boy. Think he finally got a dub over me. Cheesing like hell. I hope your wife here so she can watch you get your ass whooped by me. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go like that? Hell nah. I object. Please wait, Your Honor. All right, Nick. I think I might be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more inane questions. You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor. Very well. But this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. I only get one shot at this. If you cannot prove everything, it's over. For your client and for you. Do you fully understand? Yes, Your Honor. I'm sure you're well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended. Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present one more piece of evidence. Oh. Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. It all comes down to this. It's go time. It's going to take 3 bars? Okay. I mean, there's only one piece of evidence I haven't gone with, and that's the business card.
Fuck it. I'm not gonna second guess it. Go. Do something about it.
Why, thank you. How nice.
Yeah, holla at me. Please have... Bullshit out of here, bruh. Want your card? Bro, get that shit out my fucking face. That shit out my fucking face. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time to be exchanging business cards. Your Honor, there's something very important about that card, and that is the back of the card. This card is important because what is on the back? Huh? You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Huh? Right now? But court is still in session. It's okay. You'll see. Okay, if you say so. Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? We're going to call my cell phone now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. So what, he switched my phone with his? If he actually did that, that is stupid as fuck. Of all the idiotic, stupid things to... You couldn't just get a new phone? Why would you switch phones with me? That's so dumb. I guess he thought it was his phone. But you didn't check? So that means he erased all my contacts, bruh. What is with this stupid sounding ringtone? Mr. Wellington. How strange. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone. You're... Ah! No. It can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. Don't talk about that, bro. Not in front of all the hoes. I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say, when you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. Sorry. Yeah, just end it, bro. Just end it. That's crazy. I'm not saying his plan was smart or like flawless or anything like that, but for you to get this far in a trial and for your whole plan to be thwarted by you making a mistake of the cell phone. Do I hear the sound of whips? Here's a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. And in order to hide his involvement with the con artists group, he has become paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgments. Then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding. It's Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? Ah, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant Maggie Bird. Bitch ass boy. That is all. This court is adjourned. Damn, Ellie didn't get to see his girl not one time. September 8th, 2:16 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 1. He damn near blind, remember?
I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I'm so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me.
Huh?
whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the...
Nah, you might have a curse on you for real. What the fuck? How do you even remember that? Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. You a victim. And never won or even tied at a game of tic-tac-toe. She's sorry. She's sorry as hell. How you can't tie in tic-tac-toe? That's crazy. No, that's not bad luck. That's just you just being dumb. There's no way you can't at least tie in tic-tac-toe, bro. Nah, bro. Yo, Junko would have a field day with this girl. Junko would love Bird, boy.
My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters.
That is pretty bad.
Up until I went to college, I was known as the goddess of misfortune.
Oh my god. For all my people that watch Noragami, it's like she got hit with she met Kafuku. Kafuku. And then at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Oh, Lady Luckless kind of got a good ring to it. Lady Luckless? That's kind of a hard name. Who came up with that one?
Lady Luckless? What's worse is my misfortune always seems to latch on to those around me.
Yes, stay the back up.
What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help.
Ah, that's right. You were talking about this earlier.
It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house.
Oh.
I'm sure that dust is gone because of me. It's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything is all my fault. Dustin's death, your head being all messed up.
Oh, well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet.
I'm going to find a new life for myself starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir.
Yeah, after all, the goddess of misfortune is only a name.
You bet. I'm going to make it. I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess.
Baby steps, okay. Yeah, that's the spirit.
Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks. You take good care of yourself too.
Yourselves. What a horrible day. I've got my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy.
But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office.
I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So this might sound bad, but who are you?
What? I thought you said you got your memory back.
At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Oh, I had the Light Yagami moment when he got the Death Note. Okay. Detective Gumshoe. He's someone I have clashes with in the past during certain cases, but he's always been a good ally during others. Don't say nothing good about this judge. This judge is a corrupt piece of shit. He's a lovable, kind man. The same nigga who said he was gonna hide my body when Gant said he was gonna kill me is a lovable. He's like Greg Popovich, but a judge. who is easily swayed by other people's opinions. Everybody's opinions except for mine. But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. This person, I haven't got a clue. Damn. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaken me for someone else? We doing a whole Kisame Mike guy thing? He always does, huh? Bro, I like how he literally, that's a literal lie, because we have the dude Dark who got convicted. Yes, he murdered people, but the person that they said that he murdered was we proved that Gant was the person that murdered him, because they put old boy's body on Dark, so he doesn't always get it right. That's a lie. You're lying for who? And this girl Maya, you finally remembered. This is Maya Faye, my assistant. That's right, I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example, Earth to Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me. That was his boy, to be fair. Oh, well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh? Well, I'm back now. So it's time for us to create memories together. How long has it been? Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. No holes for me. I guess I have to start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick. Let's go to our usual burger joint. Okay. Actually, it hasn't been that long since she came back into my life. And that story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. Episode 1, The Lost Turnabout. The end. The fuck? We out. Peace.
Life is just death, taking its time. Who gon' take it from my hand? Was lonely before friends. I'm holding my own hand and taking these bad shots, just hoping they go in. Everything folds in.